'Cause it's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody remember that song? Terrible song. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's a beautiful, beautiful day because it's Friday. I just watched a video, mostly listened to it, somewhat watched it, from Desert Sentinel, where he photographs inside of a courthouse. And he asked for permission to do so. He got advanced permission from the judge. And bada boom, bada bing, he was able to photograph, no problem. I could already hear the shrieks of bootlicker. Why do we have to ask permission? It's not a right if we have to ask permission. Well, here's your sign, Skippy. It's not a right. You do not have a right to film in a courthouse. Now, your state may have made it a right to film in a courthouse, a non-federal courthouse. But no, you don't have a right to film in a courthouse. That's settled. That's done. If you think the Supreme Court has ruled, then you might want to check out the Supreme Court's rules on filming in the Supreme Court. You can't take a camera into the Supreme Court. You can't take an electronic device like a cell phone or a recording, like a tape player or tape recorder or whatever. You can't take that into the actual court. You can have it inside in the areas that are open to the public for just normal, touring Washington crap. But if you're going to go into the Supreme Court proper, then they have little lockers that you got to put that stuff into, and you don't get to keep it with you. And also, contrary to what James may think, because he doesn't understand the law and because he is ignorant as to the distinctions between Cohen and... Are you gonna poop, little girl? Or are you just being nosy? Or are you just being nosy? He doesn't understand the distinctions between Cohen and maintaining decorum in a court. Cohen dealt with a disturbing the peace or breach of peace or something, disorderly conduct that was not limited to the courts, but the courts can control your attire, and even the Supreme Court does. So if the Supreme Court ruled that you can't wear offensive clothing or buttons and badges or things like that into the Supreme Court, then I'm going to guess that you're misunderstanding what the Supreme Court ruled in Cohen. And yes, James does misunderstand a lot of things. Let's see. I responded to somebody in BBI's Discord. Yeah, I'm back there. He said that he saw quotes from my boss or something like that. He saw comments from my boss. No, he didn't. He's lying. It's funny how liars will protect liars. But anyway, I saw one of his comments. He was saying something about, lawyers are wrong 50% of the time. And yeah, that was a quote I made. And it was pretty half-hearted. It was lighthearted, I should say, not half-hearted. It was mostly a joke. And it was kind of to put things into perspective a little bit. There are lots of gray areas of the law. There are lots of areas where it's the argument that wins it. You're splitting hairs on some tiny little difference. Can you prove it to the standard of proof required for the judgment or the conviction or whatever? Lawyers will tend to give you, if you allow them to, a good idea of how likely your particular strategy will be. That's why people pay for lawyers. And people don't always like what the lawyers say. And lawyers are there to advocate for their client, so they'll take up losing arguments. I've taken up losing arguments. It happens. It's, the client says, I want this done, and you say, well, that's fine, I'll do it. It just has a very low probability of success. They say, I don't care, get it done. So you go and you do your best. Was I wrong? No. Was I on the wrong side? Yes. You make the best arguments you can, and you hope. You make the best arguments you can, and you hope for the best for your client. But that leads to another comment that this particular butt buddy of Earl had to make is a lawyer's duty is to advocate for his client, he said, in not so clear language. So why can't we question what where Murbeast's loyalties are, where his motives are? Why can't we question that? And obviously you can. But here's the distinction. For the people who aren't idiots out there, you may realize that there is what I do professionally for work, and then there's what I do as a hobby, as a form of entertainment, as a interest, something outside of work. MMI is a plumber. A plumber's interest, his duty is to unclog the pipes from all the duty that you've made. So what's MMI doing here? Well, he's trolling. That's what he's doing here. He's not acting in his professional role as a plumber here. I mean, come on, guys. You're being a little stupid. You're being a lot stupid. Well, some stupid people are being really stupid. And anecdotal evidence is garbage. The Earl's butt buddy was he made the argument that his mom accused his uncle. So obviously we can totally verify the story of rape. And are you pooping or are you just dwaddling? She's just no, she's peeing. God. Old women. So anyway, his claim is, his story, his anecdote is that his mom accused his uncle of rape, and that situation lasted for 25 years or 12 years, depending on where you are in his story, because he's a fucking retard and he can't keep it straight. Or he can't at least be clear about what he's saying. One of the two. Either way, he's a retard. And then the truth comes out that his mom lied about it. And so now he just instantly trusts rapists. There is a chance. There's always a chance. Any human endeavor has a percentage chance of failing. Police have a percentage chance of being wrong. There's always a percentage chance a particular cop is a criminal. It happens. Start talking about odds, though. And if you've been convicted of a crime, odds are you're guilty. Now, it's amazing. You talk to the people who are convicted of it, and they're never guilty. You go into a prison or a jail, and you ask all of them, and every last one of them will say they didn't do it. Haven't had a client walk into my office yet saying that they did the crime, whether they did or didn't. So it was a stupid story. It's a stupid anecdote. And yeah, odds are if you're convicted, you did it. As for the Brian Kirk Marshall, people are saying, well, that's just a complaint. You can't really judge a lot by it. He got in a shootout with the police. That's not something that non-criminals do. I place a lot of weight on that. If you grab a high point, you're a bad person in the first place. I'm just going to put that out on the table. You're a bad person. If you own a high point, you're a bad person. I am judging you. So if you grab that in the first place, and then come on, and then you start a shootout with the police, then I'm going to say that you're probably not innocent. Come on. So, yeah. I am aware that he has not been convicted of anything. He hasn't even been formally charged. I believe that the next step after the complaint is going to be a grand jury is going to have to return a true bill. At least that's my understanding of the way felony works in the federal system. Haven't dealt with any yet in my professional career, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm somewhat squishy on the details. That's where we're at. And no, the return of a true bill also does not indicate guilt. It just indicates that probable cause was found. The guy probably did it. Yeah, and I'm sure that no matter what kind of proof, it's funny. The same kind of people who will accept a Post-it note that was actually run all the way up through the Texas Supreme Court and Salvaggio was exonerated, they'll still believe that he was guilty, but God have mercy if the suspect grabs a high point and starts popping caps off at the cops. Oh, no, you can't. I mean, we can't jump to any assumptions about his guilt on this. No, sure. Oh my God. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. The double standards in this particular community are hilarious. One measure to judge the police by, you know, if one cop has committed a crime, then all cops must be dirty. If 1% of cops have committed a crime, then all of cops must be dirty. But we don't really know if Earl committed rape. I mean, come on. I mean, we don't really know. Oh my God. Anyway, it's amusing. It's amusing. You guys still haven't gotten me my Jerry Bushman bobblehead, by the way. Feeling pretty bad about that. Desert Sentinel has a Jerry Bushman bobblehead. I want a Jerry Bushman bobblehead. Why does Desert Sentinel get all the good bobbleheads? Oh boy, he found something crunchy. Speaking of trophy bobbleheads, Right to Record said that I delete his comments. That's funny. I don't. But okay. I wonder. I do know that Google does delete comments. I know they delete them on live streams. If you ever watch a live stream where people start spouting off racist crap, you'll see messages deleted by the Google moderator team. So I know they do delete stuff. So I don't know. I can't help you there, partner. I have welcomed you to my chat section, my comment section. Why would I delete your comments? I haven't deleted anybody else's comments. I haven't deleted comments where people have doxed me. I haven't deleted comments where people have called me names or disagreed with me or anything like that. But all of a sudden, I'm going to start deleting your comments after I go out of my way to appreciate having you in my comment section. Retarded. That's why I keep you around, is because you say retarded shit like that, Right to Record. You are my prize bobblehead. I still want a Jerry Bushman, but right now you are my prize bobblehead. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.